In this scenario, we see a physician discussing pulse with an elderly Spanish-speaking patient, a widower, who is joined in the doctor's office by his daughter. The patient understands English well, but Spanish is his native language. The patient has been seen in the emergency department several times recently after a series of small strokes and a choking incident. The patient is diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. During this follow-up medical visit, the physician will be discussing the patient's treatment options. Due to the patient's experience caring for his wife, who died after a long debilitating illness, he doesn't want the same kind of prolonged treatment if it won't cure his disease.
No siento nada bien.
¿Te voy a dar un juguito?
No tengo hambre.
Come in.
Hola, Jaime. Nice to see you again. Nice to see you again, Miriam. It's been a while.
Dr. Mark. Nice to see you too.
So I wanted to talk to you about what happened in your recent hospitalization and give you some idea of what the future may look like, okay? As you know, your Parkinson's has been progressing, and the medication we've had you on has not been working that well. One of the really concerning things about this last episode was your episode of choking and not being able to swallow properly. And this is a major concern for me. I have talked to the neurologist about this, and we're going to be rearranging your medications at this time to see if we can help prevent some of that. But Parkinson's is a chronic progressive neurological disease, and we do not have a cure for this. So as time goes on, you're going to get more and more symptoms, and things are going to get worse. What I would like to do is I would like to introduce a form to you that we use that is called Pulsed. And I'm going to give you a copy in Spanish so that you can understand it a little bit better. And I have a copy in English. And this is a very good communication tool to let people know what your wishes are. And I'm really glad that you're here to go over this with him, because I understand that you are the person who would make decisions for him if he were unable to communicate. Because one of the possibilities with this is that at some point you may not be able to speak. So someone would have to speak for you. He already has filled out another form that has named you as the person to speak for him. That's
right.
called an advance directive.
Right.
Okay? Because of the episode of that you had of choking, and that people with Parkinson's often get to the point where they have difficulty swallowing, I would like to talk to you about Section C on this form, which is artificially administered nutrition. So this is when people cannot take food easily by mouth, and we talk about giving this artificially by a tube. And usually this is a tube that gets inserted into your stomach, and we feed you
I really don't want, doctor.
Okay, well, you know, if that's not what you want, then we can put down here no artificial tube feeding, and you would not get that. Now, any choice you make now, you can always change your mind, okay? So what I'd like to do is, I have an information sheet here in Spanish for you about tube feeding, okay? And I'd like you to take it home and read it. Right now, we're going to put down that there will be no tube feeding, but you're entitled to change your mind at any time. I know that you went through a very difficult illness with your wife before she died. And we want to avoid all that discomfort for you and your family. Our goal is going to make this as easy as possible when the time comes, okay? And I don't know when the time is going to come. You have a disease that has a very unpredictable course.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what I would like to do is to keep continuing these conversations as we go along. And, you know, our goal is to honor your wishes. Now that we've decided what you want to do, I'd like to actually document that on this form so that we have everything in place for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to check off this box here on the form that says no artificial nutrition by tube. okay?
No alimentar artificialmente por tubo.
And
Tienes
that-
que oprimir ahí.
And then we're going to check off in this next section on section D that it was discussed with you
Lo platicaron contigo
and with your healthcare decision maker, which is medium here.
y
okay.
conmigo.
And I'm going to sign the form here. And then I'm going to ask you to sign the form also, because it does require your signature.
Okay.
Right here, okay? And I know it's difficult. Okay, that's very good, okay? Now, is I'd like to get you, medium, to write for me your name and your address and your phone number so that we will be able to know who to contact in an emergency if you're not there at the scene. Okay, great. That's really good.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're very welcome. So we now have a completed form that is a legal document, and we will give you this copy, the bright pink copy, to take home with you. And you should keep this with you at all times. So whenever you go to a doctor's office or you come to the hospital, you should bring this form with you. Because the people that you deal with, whether it's in the emergency medical services, the EMTs, or the emergency room doctors, will honor your wishes as stated on this form.
Okay.
Some of the key points about Pulse that were demonstrated include the importance for patients with chronic progressive illnesses to understand what treatments, such as artificially administered nutrition, can and cannot achieve, as well as the benefits and burdens of such treatments, in order to make truly informed medical decisions. Pulse documents a patient's wishes if in the future he cannot speak for himself. Pulse is portable and should be kept with the patient at all times. It can be helpful to have the patient's decision maker be part of the process of discussing and completing the Pulse form before the patient loses decision-making capacity.